Many women don't realize that eating a lot of sugar and sugary foods can worsen insulin resistance and throw hormones out of balance. Now, this can make estrogen levels relatively higher, which can lead to a thicker uterine lining. And you know that lining is what we shed during our menstrual period. But if it's extremely thick due to having a diet saturated with sugar, the sugar in many cases contribute to a thicker uterine lining and heavier bleeding. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good night. Good night, Nicole. Welcome, welcome.
Good night.
Good night. Happy New Year to everyone. Well, this is our the Happy New Year to us because it's our first program for the year. So I want to welcome you and thank you again for all the support. So I want to start one time. I want to get into our topic. And our topic tonight, we are dealing with heavy periods, cramps, and constant pain. And these are things that are at war at a lot of women's body who are now starting to go through the transition of menopause, the perimenopause phase, particularly. So, hi, I'm Nurse Maria Nurse Joseph, and I've supported women through hormonal changes for years. And I personally know, and some of you all know, how scary and exhausting it can feel when your body seems to turn on you. Now, this is one of a 5-part video series where we talk about different symptoms of menopause. And I'll share 3 simple but powerful things that help me and the woman I have worked with over the years to help bring back hormones on track. How cutting back on sugar can calm heavy bleeding, why sleeping is a hormone superpower, and the one non-negotiable step if you're still struggling with heavy periods. Now, if you're ready to see your period as a message instead of a punishment, stick with me to the end for this crucial step. This is not about being perfect. It's about finally feeling like yourself again. Now, I want to tell you about a lady, a woman, and I would give her a name. Her name is Sarah. She's in her early 50s now. She's a working full-time mom, taking care of her aging mom and also her children. Now, for years, Sarah periods were just to her very annoying. But now everything feels out of control. Her periods are heavier than ever, soaking through pads every hour on the worst days and bleeding for what feels like weeks. She's afraid to leave the house, afraid of staining her clothes at work or at church, and she constantly is planning her life around her monthlies. Then there's the cramp. They are not just mild discomfort, they're so bad that she has to curl up her lower back, down her legs. No matter how many painkillers she takes, she still feels like she's barely surviving. And on top of all of that, bleeding and pain, she's exhausted. She feels pale, weak, short of breath. She can't sleep. Her brain feels foggy. And she's quick to snap at anybody, particularly her family members. She looks at herself in the mirror and wonders, who am I? Is this just what perimenopause looks like? Am I getting old and weak? Then one day, one Tuesday, the crash happens. Sarah was at work in the middle of an important meeting when she suddenly felt a gush between her legs. She had no backup underpads, no shorts. She had to leave the meeting early, embarrassed and panicked. And by the time she got home, the bleeding was so heavy and the cramps so intense that she had to lie down and couldn't get up off her bed. That night, Her children asked for dinner and her mom needed help. Everything felt like it was just too much. She just broke down in her bathroom crying because she felt weak, helpless, and like she was just feeling herself and everyone. She whispered, I cannot do this anymore. I'm not strong enough to keep going on like this. If you're listening to this and thinking that's exactly how I'm feeling, then I need you to know something. Your body is not broken. It's not weak. It's trying to communicate with you. Now, if you're sitting here watching this and thinking, that's me, that's exactly how I feel. I need you to keep going. In the next part of this video, I am going to walk you through 3 simple practical shifts that help women like Sarah finally feel in control of their hormones again, in control of their bodies again. I'll show you exactly how cutting back on sugar, yes, sugar calms heavy bleeding, how prioritizing sleep becomes a hormone superpower, and the one non-negotiable step I always tell my clients to take if their periods are still heavy and painful after doing these things. This is not about complicated diets or extreme changes. It's about small, doable changes that actually make a difference. Now, after that breaking point, Sarah reached out for help. Through my coaching, she didn't just get through the pain. She learned how to support her body so that her periods stopped feeling like a punishment. The first thing we focused on was sugar. Many women don't realize that eating a lot of sugar and sugary foods can worsen insulin resistance and throw hormones out of balance. Now, this can make estrogen levels relatively higher, which can lead to a thicker uterine lining. And you know that lining is what we shed during our menstrual period. But if it's extremely thick due to having a diet saturated with sugar, the sugar in many cases contribute to a thicker uterine lining and heavier bleeding. So Sarah started small. She swapped her sugary drinks, foods, snacks for water and herbal teas. She stopped reaching for sweets and processed snacks in the afternoon. She didn't go on a strict diet. She just created more space for whole foods like protein, and healthy fats like avocados, avocado oil, healthy fats. Now, within a few cycles, within a few months, it didn't happen overnight, her periods became noticeably lighter and more predictable. She didn't bleed as heavy. She didn't pass as many clots, and she felt less tired from blood loss. Now, the second thing we worked on was sleep. And I want you all to think of sleep as a hormone superpower. Have you ever not really slept during the night and the next day you just feel like you're just out of it? That your body didn't get the chance to reset itself, to heal itself, because that is one of the some of the things it does during that sleeping period. Now, when sleep is poor or when sleep is inconsistent, stress hormones like cortisol goes up, and sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone can get thrown off a balance. This can make periods heavier and cramps even worse, and it can leave you feeling more tired and more emotionally drained. So Sarah committed to getting at least 6 to 8 hours of rest each night. And what she did, simple thing she did, she created a simple bedtime routine, going to bed the same time every night, turning off screens like the laptop, the phone, an hour before going to bed, using a warm bath or heating pad to ease cramps, and making sure her room was cool, quiet, wearing light clothes, and quiet is quite important. I could relate to that one. During the nighttime when I'm ready for bed, I cannot function in a noisy environment, in a warm environment. I have to be cool. I have on light clothes. And she did just that. Over time, she noticed her energy improved because she was getting to sleep for the required time, longer periods. Her brain fog lessened, her mood stabilized. She wasn't biting everyone, and her pain became more manageable. She didn't need as many painkillers, and she finally started to feel like she was back in the driver's seat again. She was in control. And the third most important step was something I never skip with my clients, seeing a health professional about the heavy bleeding. Now, coaching supports what doctors do. It does not replace it. I always encourage women to see a nurse, a GP, a gynecologist if they are having heavy, painful periods, especially those symptoms. If those symptoms are new or worsening. Sarah finally booked that appointment. She had a pelvic exam, blood test done, ultrasound done. Her doctor explained that she had fibroids and a slightly low iron count, and that is due to all that heavy bleeding and blood loss. And proper treatment and lifestyle changes that she had already made was starting to take effect along with her medical management. Her bleeding became much more manageable. What changed wasn't her periods, though. It was her confidence. We know that knowledge is power, ladies. She learned that she was not weak, that she was not broken. She was strong enough to listen to her body and to make smart, kind steps to support it. Today, Sarah, life looks very different. Her periods are lighter, shorter, and more predictable. She no longer lives in fear of soaking through clothes or having to cancel her plans. The cramps are still there on heavy days, but they are manageable. And with heat and lifestyle changes that she's adopted, it has made a big difference. She also has more energy, better sleep, and more patience with her family. She's not perfect, but she is a work in progress. She knows she's no longer at war with her body. She says, I finally feel like me again. And that's what I want for you and for all of us here listening to this topic. It's not just about having lighter periods. It's about being able to show up for your work, being able to show up for your family, and your life is more energetic, more peaceful, more confident. If you're in perimenopause or menopause and your periods have become heavy, painful, and unpredictable, I want you to hear this. This is not normal, even if everyone tells you it's just age. Heavy bleeding and constant pain are signs that something is out of balance, whether it's hormones, fibroids, or other medical conditions. Ignoring them can affect your energy, your mood, and your long-term health. The good news is you don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one small change. Cut out one sugary drink. Protect 1 extra hour of sleep by making adjustments and when it's time to sleep, or make that special appointment, that long overdue appointment with your doctor, your healthcare practitioner, your nurse, gynecologist. That's what I do in my coaching. I help women understand that their body is what their body is trying to say. Make simple, sustainable changes and work with their healthcare provider without fear. Now, if you're tired of feeling like your body is working against you and you're ready to finally feel like yourself again, I'd love to support you. If you're ready to understand your body's signals, reduce heavy bleeding and painful cramps, reclaim your energy and peace, the next step is simple. Comment, I am ready below, and I'll send you a free guide, 3 simple shifts to calm heavy periods and hormonal pain. Inside, you'll get a gentle sugar detox plan, a bedtime routine template, and a checklist to take to your doctor so you can walk into that appointment with evidence of what you have been going through. So you will feel informed and in control. Nicole said she's ready. Nice, very good. Now this is your invitation to stop surviving and start thriving. I'll see you in the next session. Now, this is a 5-part session. And the next session where we discuss the emotional roller coaster no one warned me about. The mood swings, the depression, the low self-esteem. Don't forget to subscribe and to learn more. Right? So, Nicole, I just want to remind you that Dr. Khan and I, we are ready for you all to come in to the clinic at St. Joseph. Come in and let us decide what is the best course of action. It's a new year. And you know, with a new year, we have a lot of resolutions. But just at least make one for yourself this year. I am going to get my health in check. I am going to cut down on things that are bad for me and adopt things that are good. Make that resolution something simple, something sustainable that could help you be healthier down the road. Right? So if you know you can contact me and anytime you wish. Right? Any questions before we leave? You know you can talk, Nicole. So any question that you need to ask, I'm right here now as before we leave. All right. So I want to let you know I'm working as well on. Yes, when you call me, give me a call and I will give you all the details. Right? We have different packages available for you ladies. Right? Hi, Rachel. Yeah. Good night. Call and I would give you all the information that you need. Right? You know, presently we have a weight loss program that's going to be initiated. We are making sure that, yes, please do. And, you know, now is the time to get yourself in order. New year, new chance to get yourself in order, you know, to start that road to health. By making small changes makes a big impact on your health, not just now, in the future. So thanks again for coming on tonight and for continually supporting us. Dr. Khan, before we go.